everyone, and welcome to another episode of Is It Worth It, where I go around the world and the internet trying to find supplies that will be beneficial to you or just to make the experience just a little bit better. So today we're actually going to go back to a product that we've already reviewed because that company had actually reached out to me and wanted to ensure that what I had said about some of the pens were actually a manufacturing issue. And so we're going to actually retake a look at the ShinHan Art Touchliners, and we are going to try these because they gave us a new pack, and then they also gave us some colored ones that they have to try out as well. So we're going to actually try these out and see if it was a manufacturing issue or if it was actually the pen. All right, come on, let's check it out. All right, so we're not going to waste any time. We've already done a review on these, and so if you want to see the first review, go check that one out. I'll make sure to link it in the card. But yeah, we'll just do a quick review over the actual packaging, right? It's a plastic container, flip top, right? And then it's got a little bit of information on the back in a couple different languages that, you know, it tells you everything you really need to know about it. The pigment ink, water resistant, archival quality, acid free, smear proof, water based, light fast, instant drying, and AP mark. And then it says results may vary based on paper type, which is absolutely true. So that is a fact. So, like, depending on the paper that you use, that's the thing that's, you know, gonna make or break all the products that you use. So just going to get into this real quick. I mean, to be honest, the main thing that we had issues with was the point or the 005, and so we want to just make sure, I mean, because that's the main thing we were looking at before. Yep, look at that. The pen just comes out, I mean, ink comes out fine, right? Goes fast, thin line, no pooling at the front. Yep, so seems as though it was a manufacturing issue for the small pen, right? But we'll just keep going through these real quick. I mean, because if you go back and look at the previous review, right, the whole problem was that when we were going, as I pull through these, right, in the 0.5, what it did was that the ink would come and go, so there'd be spots that were missing. And, you know, I'd mentioned it's probably a manufacturing issue, or just it was too old or something like that. And ShinHan reached out to me, and they wanted to make sure, because the review was actually positive. It was just that one pen that was really having an issue, and they really reached out to me and was like, look, no, it's a manufacturing issue. Which, you know, it happens, it does happen. So I'm very happy that they actually were willing to reach out to me and say, here, try these. You know, these are going to be the quality that you're used to from all the other pens that you've used. And this is just, I mean, the ink flows so nicely out of these pens, out of these liners, and it's, you know, it's actually a very opaque, thick, rich black. So these are really nice to just do your lines with and stuff like that. And the pen itself feels very sturdy, you know. So these are really good. And we have the chisel. Can't remember if we did the chisel before. There we go, look at that. All right, those come out real nice. And then, ooh, look at that thin line you can get with that chisel. Look at that. It's a really thin line to get with that chisel tip. That's nice. All right, and then of course, you know, you can just, when you're not on when you're not on the little bump of the page, right? So that chisel really comes out nice. So if you're trying to do some calligraphy or anything like that, it's actually a really nice chisel tip. And of course, the brush. That brush is nice too. Look at that nice thick to thin. And the actual brush nib is actually really sturdy, right? Like I like that it doesn't necessarily break up the it's not super soft, right? It's a hard, it seems like a semi-hard brush, and you get these nice thin lines. And then the thing that gets me is just that nice thick to thin when you use that brush for feathering. Look at that. This brush is great. Nice. Alright, let's try these colors. Let's see what colors they gave us. Oh, they have a 04. Let's see, because it 05, 03. Oh, it's a 04 pen too. Look at that. Look at all the variety. So ShinHan is putting out a whole bunch of variety, so you can really find the pen for you, right? You can really find what you're looking for. If you like little itty bitty details, you can do the 0.05. If you're like me and you do thicker lines, you got the 08. But then there's, I don't think I've really ever seen a 04 before, and that's just nice. I mean, it's working really well. Comes out nice. Another 005. All right, and then we have a blue brush, a 01 brown and blue, and then some light grays, which I'm going to keep for last because I think that's actually kind of interesting. Because if you can get a nice gray brush or fine liner pen that you can do your pre-work, your sketching and stuff like that, and then go over it with a pen that actually works for what you're doing for it, I think that'll be a nice way to actually do some pre-rendering and stuff like that. So that's going to be nice. Oh, that blue is pretty. That blue is really pretty. Alright, I guess we need to... With these, I should have been writing names and stuff. That's nice. It's the 01, which is normally too small for me, has a nice size to it. Color comes out real nice. Flows, pretty much as fast as I flow. As fast as I move and stuff like that, it flows right with it. So nice. Let's try this brown. Brown's nice too. I mean, so there's lots of colors. Right, they got some nice colors, and I know they have a lot. They have a lot of the Touchliners that are in colors, right? So you can get an array of different colors, which is nice. But if this brush, this color red and that brush work, ooh, look at that. Right, that's good. Being able to feather with different colors and stuff, that's nice. I really do enjoy these brush tips from ShinHan. And you guys know I am not a brush person at all. But I have to say that I have found a couple that are actually really nice. Look at that, nice colors, nice vibrant colors. All right, this gray. Look, I'm looking forward to this gray brush, though. But I like this like cool gray. Do you like this cool gray fine liner? That's nice. I mean, they work all the same, right? The 01s are all the same. So, oh man, look at that. And I mean, I think it's great. Like this one, it's still light enough to where when you go over the same line, you can see it again. So I think this would be great for, you know, just kind of throwing out some sketches, you know, if you're just like, right, and the brush really flows nicely. So one thing that I do like about the brushes from ShinHan, right? They flow so nice. Right, and so then he's great. I think this is great. The thing that I've realized and found with this is that the grays, right? So you got this nice gray color that you can then come over with the ShinHan inks, right? And then they should be able to interact with each other very nicely, not causing any type of problems or anything like that. So we're just gonna kind of ink over it real quick, right? And flows nice. Right, so you can get that nice sketch quality that a lot of artists are really putting down for like convention sketches and stuff like that, where it's like, oh, well, you get to see my underwork, right? Which I think is a nice touch, right? So a lot of people want to erase their pencil lines or something like that. With this, you could even go, you know, with your inks. I mean, your grays. So now your drawing is actually, you know, full on ink the whole way. So you can be like, ink drawings. And this pen is just super flowing, super nice. Like, I really do enjoy the 08. I love the bigger brush, or I mean not brush, but pen. And it still flows so nicely. It gets such a nice tip, right? So you can still get that nice thick to thin line. See? Anyway, so there you go. So after doing the second review for the ShinHan Art Touchliners, we realized that the issues that we were really having with the pens were a manufacturing issue, or just sat, you know, in the store for too long or whatnot. But it clearly, when you get a pack, you know, if there's an issue, it's what always happens. It's a manufacturing issue. It happens sometimes, right? But all in all, these pens, these Fineliners are great, right? Ink comes out nice, line flows. The line quality, it's actually really nice. So you could definitely check these out. I highly recommend them for doing some of your lining, your inking, even some of your bullet journaling. These would be great. But I have to jump to the brush pen of these Fineliners. It is actually super fantastic. The ink comes out nice, the colors are great, the firmness of the brush, it's actually really good, and the chisel gave an amazing thin quality of line, as well as full coverage for, you know, covering large areas. It was actually really, really nice. So definitely go check out ShinHan Art Touchliners. They are well worth it, well worth your money. Check them out. You will not be disappointed when you check out these pens. Well, that wraps it up for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like and a share. If you are new to the channel, please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you get notified when new content comes out. And lastly, if you have any suggestions as far as what you would like to see me test and review, please drop a comment below and I will add it to the list. Thank you guys so very much, and I will see you at the next video.